So first it was John Cena, and then a surprise by Kane, and now another return. MartiMania. We're finally back. I'm sorry it's been so long, y'all. Y'all just don't know. I've been trying, but it's a lot of work to put this show on. It's not that much editing, but for a girl that doesn't really get fancy too often, I have to go put my makeup on. See my makeup, y'all? Yeah. I have to flatten my hair. I used to have to put my hair in, but my hair grew a little bit, so I don't need my extensions anymore. Anyway, whatever. It's a lot of work to put this show on, trust me. So, sorry it's been so long. I got a new job. Yay. So hopefully it'll be a little better. But I don't think I've posted an episode since before SummerSlam, so it's been a minute because what was tonight? There's so many goddamn pay-per-views. Hell in a Cell was tonight, so it's been like we're in the middle, almost the end of October, so it's been like 2 months and some change, 3 months and some change. So I'm sorry, it's really late. I really apologize, but it's just been crazy. Anyway, the merch for tonight. First of all, let me preface this merch because I was led into Hell in a Cell under false pretenses, and I was led into Hell in a Cell thinking that there was going to be this huge heel turn that, of course, didn't. I've been waiting for since 2005, and it still never happened. But the reasoning behind this is, okay, John Cena, y'all know, I'm sure this is the internet, I'm sure you guys all hate him. John Cena tweeted something this week saying something like, well, look it up, I don't want to go through my phone, so I'm going to just kind of paraphrase it. Something like, this Sunday is for those down since day one, or he said this is a distinction about something about it, this is tonight's not for the C Nation, it's for the people down since day one, and there's a difference. Down since day one, C Nation, I want to make something clear. This is for people that were down since day one, not the C Nation. If you have a problem with that, then it's time to hate us again. We run ish. I'm trying to get a beeper so I can actually curse, because kids watch the show, so I don't like to curse. Welcome to the PG era. Anyway, so freaking sick of hearing about the PG era. It's so ridiculous. How long has it been here? Can we not get over it by this point? Anyway, whatevs. So that's why I went through my closet and found this old jacket, this hoodie, that says down since day one on the back. Now, for all you John Cena fans and fangirls that just got on the boat in 2009, maybe. God, this has been a long time that he's been a face, hasn't it? Damn. 2009 was already 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I've been waiting for his heel turn since 2005, which was 8 years ago. Damn, that's a really long time. Anyway, so I brought this merch today thinking that like I said, there was going to be a huge heel turn, that he was going to turn heel, and that was the whole point of down since day one being, because if you were down since day one, you should be cool him as a heel, as I was originally a John Cena fan when he was a heel, but I stuck through it. I stuck through year one. Now we're on year 8. I kind of fell out around year 6, but, I was expecting a heel turn tonight. I thought it was going to be too obvious if he just came back like always, and he came back like always and nothing happened. It's the same thing as always, and here we are still having the same conversation. Anyway, so like I said earlier, Hell in a Cell was tonight. That sweatshirt was like $40 when I bought it. I wore it to the first time I wore it was to a Raw show here in Lafayette, January 22nd. I'm going to go ahead and say 2006, 2007, because then I then wore it to the Royal Rumble in San Antonio, which The Undertaker won over Shawn Michaels in his hometown, which pissed me off. But it was all gravy. It's all gravy. That little trip, I did Raw on the Monday, Raw Rumble on the Sunday, and then I did SmackDown on the Tuesday. And if I remember correctly, SmackDown was still the old thing with the fist. No, it wasn't. It had changed. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. Sorry. So I just cut these bangs. Those things are aggravating me like there's no tomorrow. Sorry, I keep messing with my hair, but. So anyway, we have to backtrack, but I'm going to start with tonight. We'll start with Hell in a Cell because it was really important for me to do my video tonight, because let me tell y'all something. I got so confused with what pay-per-view I was talking about. I called this pay-per-view Battleground. I called it Elimination Chamber. There's too WWE. There are way too many pay-per-views. Let's scale it back down. I've made these suggestions hundreds of times. Is that the WWE Encyclopedia? Yes, this is the WWE Encyclopedia. This is MartiMania, and I am a huge fan, trust me. MartiMania, the encyclopedia, programs, another program. It's not that far. Let me turn it this way so I can see this. This is a kind of a bonus merch, okay? This is all old magazines. This is another program. I see 2 more programs away. More programs right there. Jeez Louise. No books? No books. I couldn't deal with Adam Copeland on Edge. It was a distraction to me. I couldn't handle that book. Anyway, so yeah, I just thought I would share that with y'all. What is this light? This looks weird in here, like I'm under a weird glowing thing. I mean, a light is a weird glowing thing. I know, I'm not stupid, but it's just weird. The light looks weird, like I'm blue. Anyway, whatever. So let's start with tonight. Hell in a Cell pay-per-view was tonight. Which Hell in a Cell will always be known to me as the pay-per-view that I was supposed to go to in New Orleans with my little cousin, who doesn't really like wrestling too much anymore. But anyway, we were supposed to go to Hell in a Cell a couple years back, and we didn't make it because of all sorts of craziness. But whatever. We went to Raw the next night instead, which was the walkout night, actually, if I remember correctly. The night Triple H, no contest, no confidence, which I voted no confidence. I keep getting distracted. I'm sorry, y'all. So let's talk about the matches tonight, okay? So tonight, Damien Sandow defeated Kofi Kingston. I didn't really see that much of that match. It was like the kickoff match, so I kind of watched it a little bit. I was like, nah, I kind of walked in and out, whatever. I'm sure Damien Sandow is a great wrestler. Kofi is a great wrestler. So although there wasn't a lot of build up to that match, I think it probably was. If you take storyline out of it, it probably was move for move a pretty good match. Honestly, I'm sure it was. I don't know. I didn't watch it, like I said. This kickoff match to this pay-per-view, the first match of the night, for me was the best match of the night. It was The Shield, Seth Rollins. God bless that child's soul. He is so fine. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns against the Usos, who I've been waiting for them to get a title shot, and it's about damn time. And Cody, the Rhodes brothers, the Rhodes Dynasty, whatever. Here's the thing about this, okay? When the Shield first lost their titles, okay, to Goldust and Cody Rhodes, there was a few things about it that pissed me off. I didn't want the Shield to lose, first of all. I did not want the Shield to lose. And if the Shield had to lose, I would have liked for it to have gone to the Usos, because the Usos, to me, are been next in line for like 25 years, and they've never gotten the titles. So I would have liked for the Usos to be there to win, but they didn't win, whatever. But the good thing about this, first of all, there was no losers in this match. That match tonight was off the freaking chain. That match was so good. I mean, when they made the match Monday, I knew it was gonna be good, because how could it have gone wrong? The tag team division is back with a freaking vengeance. The match was so good compared to what we've been seeing with, matches in the WWE. There's not. It was a really good match. That's all I can say is it was a great match. The ending was great. The beginning was great. All of it, it was awesome. I never thought I'd see Cody Rhodes and Goldust tag team champions. I never saw that happening. And there's a lot of people that come back and they have ring rust, and it just looks like they really don't even want to be there, or they don't need to be there because they don't know what the hell they're doing anymore. I didn't see that with Goldust. I wish he'd wear a different outfit, because it doesn't quite look the same. But whatevs. It was, I never even thought that I would be saying the name Goldust on MartiMania. Mania. Remember WrestleMania, Goldust and Triple H? Whatever. So, Yeah, so that happened. It was a great match. It was a great kickoff match. It started the pay-per-view on the right foot. It was a really good match. I actually don't think any match after that lived up to it. Although everyone was gonna say CM Punk's match did, but it wasn't. We'll get to that later. Anyway, what else? So, there was supposed to be some kind of match between the Wyatts and Miz or something. I don't really know what the beef is between all of them, but I don't know. I don't really understand what's the something about the Miz and his fame and blah 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 and so there's so many other people that could have used that argument for. I mean, if you're worried about people who are more focused on fame than wrestling, go after Nikki Bella, cause hello. And I got more for her later in the but anyway, we'll talk about her later because that's gonna take at least 10 minutes of my damn time. Hate that chick, but we'll talk about it. So, during this match, though, I don't even know if I should call it a match. Kane came in. Kane returns tonight, and he beat the hell out of everybody in the ring. He almost beat the hell out of me. He beat the hell out of you watching it at your apartment or on your TV. He beat the hell out of you. He beat the hell out of Congress. He beat the hell out of everybody. It was ridiculous. So, Kane came back. It was good to see him back. I mean, I kind of didn't really notice he was missing, which is not a good sign. But it is what it is. Then there was a random ass mixed tag match between Fandango and Summer Rae, and they fought Natalya and the Great Khali. Here's the thing: Natalya's an outstanding wrestler. Outstanding wrestler. She's phenomenal. She's great. She's awesome. Why is she attached to the Great Khali? Why? And here's the thing with the Great Khali. His matches to me aren't entertaining. He's kind of painful to watch because he's so awkward and he's so big and he's so whatever. So I'm not that entertained by him, but here's why we need him to stay there. No one is sitting there waiting for the Great Khali's matches. It's just not, it just doesn't happen. But the Great Khali, to me, and Hornswoggle, I guess you could say, they're kind of nods to back in the day. You know what I mean? Like way back in the day when there were like when wrestling was kind of almost I don't want to say it because I don't want to sound mean, but it was almost like a carnival. Like there were like giants and little people, and there's all these different. It was really big, larger than life characters. Now everyone's just dudes. Like everyone's just like a hardworking guy, the straight edge guy, the guy with the suit, the guy that doesn't have a suit, the guy that doesn't look like the rest of these guys, the guy who throws meatballs at people, the guy who is on reality TV with the girl who's on reality TV. No one has characters anymore. So that's why I feel like we kind of need some of these people that are the bigger character people, you know what I mean? And it looks stupid when you're watching it, but it harkens back to way back then. It's not everyone's just like regular dudes that just don't like each other for whatever and over regular stuff. Like the only people with real characters anymore, Fandango has a really strong character, which is hilarious to me. Um, who else has a really big? The Big Show. Well, he's just big, but that's actually enough for what I'm talking about. You got your Undertaker. You got Kane. Um, it's like wrestling tried to get too realistic. It's a show. We should keep it a show, and I think the internet messed that up. I think the fact that people don't get out of it anymore after they reach a certain age is a lot of it's a lot of different things that go on, but it's just like I miss the old schoolness of wrestling. That's why I really like Los Matadores now that they have that they're characters. They dress like bullfighters. They have the little bull. I forgot his name, but he's there too. Whatever. It's cool. I like that, and I kind of I miss that. That's not there anymore. If you watch old tapes, everyone even had a nickname. It was like Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. It was all these different, the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. It was all these different characters. Andre the Giant. They don't have that anymore. It's just everyone's just like, I'm the guy from Boston, and I work really hard. I'm the guy from Chicago, and I don't smoke and I don't drink, and I'm the best in the world. And Daniel Bryan's there. I'm the guy that's different. I have a beard. I don't watch TV even though I'm on it twice a week. I find it kind of weird that he doesn't watch TV yet he's on reality TV. Which I would think would be the thing you're trying to hide from by not watching TV. Huh. Anyway, so whatever. That match happened. Of course it wasn't good. What did you think it was going to be great? It wasn't going to be a good match. Summer Rae was the first time we saw her in the ring, which was, I mean, whatever. Summer Rae, go ahead, Summer Rae. Good for you. She's not terrible. She's not as bad as some of the divas that's been there. Um, like I said, Natalya, I don't like her being attached to the Great Khali. I don't mind the Great Khali being there. I just don't want Natalya dragged into it. She could be amazing by herself. Amazing by herself. She's great. And that's one good thing about Total Divas. One really good thing about Total Divas is that they put more of a spotlight on her and on Naomi because they're both really great wrestlers and I'm glad they're getting to have their shine. Let's get to CM Punk versus Ryback and Paul Heyman. Gotta be honest, this may get me kicked from the cool kids table, but I didn't really watch too much of that match. Because when you saw one Punk match, you pretty much seen them all. He's going to have his moveset. You know what it is already. He's going to end with the GTS. Predictability in a match from a face who's going to fight two people and win. A guy who's going to face impossible odds and come out on top every time. Where have I seen that before? Yet the internet is not as outraged with one as they are with the other. Strange. That sounds kind of familiar. Anyway, so Punk won the match, of course, because he always wins the matches. And, that's it. Did you hear the rumor about CM Punk dating AJ Lee? I don't think it's true. Because I don't know. I don't know. I just don't see that happening. But, if it is, at least he's off of Lita. I mean, Jesus Christ. You could date the girl that pretended to kiss everyone on TV, or you could date the girl that slept with everyone in real life. That's entirely your call, Punk. But I think Lita was I think it was a win. It was a use situation. I think Punk dated Lita to keep a lot of street cred and to be like, yeah, I'm not even dating a diva. I'm dating an ex-diva. Hey, she's got tattoos and she's in a rock band. And I think Lita was there to kind of weasel her way back in a little bit because all of a sudden Lita's ass was all over WWE.com and on the game. She dated Punk and got on the damn video game. She wasn't on the game before. Just saying, maybe we need to induct her into the Hall of Fame now so we can just write that check and write her off for good. She was a great wrestler, but she's not anymore. Let's not, there's no reason. No reason behind it. I think she should get inducted this year because I'll be at the Hall of Fame. I wouldn't mind seeing her get inducted to the Hall of Fame. Trish was last year, and I wish they do it this year. Anyway, whatever. So that match happened. It was a good match. It wasn't a great match. It was a good match. It was the only one that was actually in a cell. They could have saved it for the main event, but they didn't. But anyway, whatever. So that, I mean, it was, what am I going to do? What happened? So Los Matadores versus the Real Americans. Zeb Coulter is amazing. Zeb Coulter is so... Oh, I forgot to say, CM Punk won. Oh, damn, I skipped a really good match. Let me backtrack a little bit. Biggie Langston versus Dean Ambrose. Awesome Dean Ambrose, who's just the craziest freaking dude I've ever seen in my life in person wrestle. He's so weird and different, but it's all good. Dean Ambrose is just amazing. Like, Dean Ambrose is one of the ones that had all this hype behind him when he came in, and I was kind of looking to not like him just because I hate when everybody's like, you're gonna love this guy, you should see him in the indies. I hate that. Is like telling me I should see someone in the indies is worse than calling me a bitch. I'd rather just be called a bitch. I hate when people tell me that crap. I hate it. Because guess what? Here's the thing. There were people that were great football players in high school, that were amazing football players in high school. And if they made it through college, they didn't make it to the NFL. It's not the same thing. It's two totally different animals. You can have technique out the ass, as Shelton Benjamin. And if you can't talk on that mic, or you just can't entertain people, because just watching a good wrestling match is not entertaining. I've been in the arenas before. I know what y'all gonna say, but you need the technique, whatever. I've been in the arena before and seen really, really good ass matches. that were gone tit for tat, that were back reversal, reversal, reversal. Awesome creative cover. Oh wait, this reversal was awesome. Oh, this fool just jumped off a turnbuckle and caught a guy in midair and body slammed him in the air, and there was a tornado DDT and blah. I've been there and seen that happen and heard people go, "This is boring," or "boring, boring," and I'm like, shut the hell up. But not everyone goes just to see that. Believe it or not, it's not all about technique. I don't know who told Daniel Bryan that it was. And if I have to hear that kid say he's the best one more damn time, I'm going to punch somebody in the throat, because I heard you, Daniel Bryan. But guess what? No, we'll get back to him in a second. But anyway, so Big E Langston beat Dean Ambrose. Now here's why the match was good. It wasn't a great match. It wasn't a... Remember that match that Daniel Bryan had with Seth Rollins? It wasn't as good as that match. It was not nearly as good as that match. But these are two new guys with a lot behind them, especially Dean Ambrose coming from the Shield and the reputation he already had, and he's a great, great wrestler. Dean Ambrose comes up with this title, the U.S. title, which is not a major title. I think he's U.S. Yeah, the U.S. title, which is not a major title. Passes it off to a new... Well, no, I lie. He won, but via disqualification, so he didn't change titles. Of course not. Why would he? But to put Big E Langston on this stage at this point, it was really nice. And the build-up to it was nice, too. I really liked the build-up behind it. I kind of wish it would have been Curtis Axel that he wound up fighting, because of the whole thing with Punk and the you're an amateur, blah, blah, blah. I really would have liked to see him fight Curtis Axel, actually, for the ICC belt. But, you know, I'm sure it's coming, whatever. Plus, this is a good way to... Oh, he didn't get the... I keep forgetting that he didn't lose the title. Did he lose the title? No, he lost by countout, so he didn't... Yeah, okay, yeah, so he didn't lose the belt, I don't think. I don't know. Whatever. We'll find out tomorrow on Raw, I guess. So, it was a great place to put... It's a good way to start building Big E. It's a good way to work that out, so I'm excited about it. CM Punk and Ryback, Los Matadores and the Real Americans. Los Matadores and the Real Americans. Okay, here's the thing. Zeb Coulter is hilarious. The match was a pretty good match. I mean, it wasn't the tag team match that was earlier, and it was hard for anyone to follow that match that happened first, but it wasn't as... I had that tag team match in my head, but at least we have another tag team thing. You know what needs to happen? The belts need to be split up again. Ever since they unified those belts at, if I remember correctly, my WrestleMania 25, ever since they unified those belts, the tag team division just hasn't been nearly as strong as it was. But they need to separate everything. They need to separate the shows again, too. I don't want to see Raw people on SmackDown anymore. I don't want to see SmackDown people on Raw anymore. Let's cut Raw by an hour. There's no damn reason for it to be 3 hours. By the time I get to hour 3, and if you go to shows like I do all the time, if you go to shows and you go to a Raw show, your ass is sitting there like 6 damn hours, and you get so freaking tired. Because you get there, you sit down, there's Saturday Morning Slam, there's Superstars, then there's tape matches for other things, and then there's the 3-hour-long Raw, and then there's a dark match, and then you finally leave. And I'm not gonna lie, I love the WWE. I love it so much. I've been called obsessed many times. I'm trying to plan right now how the hell I'm gonna get my ass to TLC, because I have tickets. And I don't know how I'm gonna get to Houston. WrestleMania is coming to New Orleans. Of course, I gotta be in the house for that. And I mean, it's just, that 3rd hour of Raw is just, god damn it. By the time it comes, I'm actually ready to leave. And I used to be the girl that would sit down at the show and constantly look at my phone to see how much time I had left. Like, I'd be like, oh crap, it's 9:20 already. I bet they're gonna have the main event, it's gonna be over. Now I'm like, god damn it, come on. Let's go, let's wrap it up. Because I've been sitting here for hours. Hours upon hours upon hours, which is good because the ticket prices went up, so I feel like it's like compensating because you got all those extra hours to sit there. Anyway, so yeah, Los Matadores won against the Real Americans. I'm sure that's gonna keep going. I don't get the hype behind what's his name, Antonio Cesaro. I'm gonna put that out there. I don't get what the big deal is. And I don't think a lot of people got it before CM Punk put that shirt on for WrestleMania weekend. After that, it was like, oh, you know what? Antonio Cesaro is so great. Oh, he's so awesome. Blah, 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 blah. Whatevs. No, he's not. So, that happened. Oh, the biggest return of the night, after MartiMania, of course. John Cena returned to face Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, here's my issue with that. There's a couple of issues I have with that. First of all, people tend to pin me as a John Cena fangirl. I'm really not. I don't even like him at all in the ring anymore. I'm so tired of him. I just don't like when people bash him just because he works so hard and he's so good with his fans. And people like CM Punk, who constantly have fanfare, don't even like their fans. CM Punk's like, bitch, don't take no pictures with me. I don't want to talk to you. I'm by myself. Chicago, best in the world. Yeah. So it's like, it's that crap pisses me off because you're arguing me down about CM Punk, and when you walk around that backstage area to shake his name, man, he's gonna tell your ass no. That pisses me off. So that's my issue, and that's why I will always say, don't give John Cena a hard time, because you can boo him for 3 hours at that long ass Raw, and when you walk outside, if he's outside and your kid's asking for an autograph, you could spit on him and he'll be like, you gotta hate, hustle, loyalty, respect. Sign that thing for this kid. And be done with it. That's anyway, so back to what I was saying originally. I always hate when people come from a return and get a title shot. That always pissed me off. Always, because it's not fair. There's contendership. There's a lot of things you have to do. You come back from an injury, I get that. Come back and just have a match. There's no reason to come back and have a title shot. It's not fair. I hate when people do that. I really do. I can't stand that. Even if it's John Cena, I do not like when people come back from injury, because he didn't do anything. All he did was get better. That's it. Did he come back early? Yes, but that doesn't have anything to do with titles. Nothing to do with titles. It's just aggravating. Plus, everyone knows I'm a huge Alberto Del Rio fan, and it's aggravating to me that he lost his title because you felt better. I'm sorry your arm had a freaking volleyball attached to it, but that's no reason for you to come back and get a title shot. It's not fair. It's not. I'm not going to go on a rant about how John Cena is the worst thing to happen since blah, 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 since he's stale, blah, blah, blah. I'm not talking about all that, okay? I'm not. I'm just talking about the fact that it's not fair when you come back and just get a title shot just because you had surgery. That's not right. I don't like that. It aggravates the crap out of me. And the fact that he came back and just, of course, won is also aggravating to me. But the fact that he won the World Heavyweight title is kind of a good thing, because I think it's going to bring a little more prestige to that title. I know people like to say John Cena can't win a belt because he's the worst thing to happen to titles in the history of the world. Suck it up, because y'all know damn good and well that when he has a title, it becomes important again. I'm sorry, it's the truth. Y'all can get pissed all y'all want, it's the truth. And that stuff that's going on with Daniel Bryan, well, we'll talk about that later, but Good Morning America's on, and you got to send somebody to go and push for that pay-per-view that's coming up in New York, your ass is going to send John Cena. It is what it is. You ain't sending Daniel Bryan. I'm sorry, because quite frankly, I don't want to hear about no goddamn kelp juice while I'm trying to watch Good Morning America. And you should never have to look at a major champion. I'm going to get into that later, because that's something else I need to talk about. Anyway, so John Cena beat Alberto Del Rio. Shock. I know, no one saw that coming. AJ Lee and Brie Bella. I gotta clear my throat for this one because it's about to get real up in here. So, AJ Lee and Brie Bella fought each other tonight. AJ Lee did so much for the Divas division. Great on the mic. Pipe bombshell. Okay? Great. Awesome. Brie Bella. She's on Total Divas. She's engaged to Daniel Bryan. Her in-ring skill, let's cut her a little bit of slack. Let's cut her a little tiny bit of slack. Her in-ring skills gotten a lot better. She's way better than she was like a year or two ago. She's much better. Now, she's on Total Divas. In this corner with AJ, Tamina Snuka. Tamina Snuka. Yes, Snuka, Jimmy's daughter. Okay? Amazing wrestler. Right on par with Natalya. I'd love to see those two go at it. Probably not going to happen because Total Divas is wrong. In Brie's corner, Nikki Bella. Let's talk about the match first, then we'll go back through that. It's a Divas match. It took like 10 minutes. About 8 minutes too long. AJ won. I'm sure somebody interfered. I really don't even remember because I really didn't even give a damn about it. But Total Divas is a great thing and a terrible thing because it pissed me off when they intertwined them. And now that everyone knows that Total Divas is scripted, I guess we should just look at it almost like another brand. But it's aggravating that they're intertwining all this stuff together. I don't like that I have to hear about Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella's engagement. And I don't like that Brie Bella keeps getting title shots. I'm glad that AJ Lee came out with a pipe bomb show because everything she said was absolutely 100% freaking true. But here's my only issue with AJ. And AJ, I didn't like you when you were in NXT. Can't deny everything she did for the Divas division. She's on DVD covers. She was the first one to get her own merch. She's been billed, like when you talk about people that's going to be at the show, when they advertise on the radio, they say AJ Lee. They do. And that's amazing for a diva. It hasn't happened since the golden age. So, all that stuff, I just need AJ to learn how to freaking wrestle. It's not that believable when you go out there and you're like, you can't even touch me. You can't even do this and you can't even do that. AJ can't wrestle. And I think people are overlooking the fact that she has very little actual in-ring skill. So AJ Lee, if she could learn how to wrestle, she'd be awesome and I would love AJ Lee. Right now, I just like her. Now, here's the thing. Nikki Bella. Let's talk about Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella is the most useless WWE diva in recent history. And I'm going to tell you why. Because Nikki Bella has no purpose. With her injury, which I don't even know what she actually did. I know it has something to do with her leg. She probably sprained her knee getting up off the floor. I don't know, but she is just useless. I can't even... She stands there. Her chants are even horrible. She's a terrible actress. Even on the show, she's a terrible actress. And it's supposed to be reality TV. She just... The only time I've ever seen her actually do anything real with any emotion was when AJ was cutting the pipe bombshell and she got pissed. Because AJ was telling the truth. The only reason she's still hired, I think, is because she's dating John Cena. Which now that everyone knows that Total Divas is scripted, can we drop that storyline? It's not, it's... she just puts... Oh, she kills me. I don't like the pictures of all the designer stuff. Like, every time she says anything, she has to talk about a brand she's wearing. Even on the show, she's very... Like, she was the one that got drunk and fell off of the couch in Vegas. Here's the thing. That's cute for me. That's cute for my sister. That's cute for the other 20-somethings. You almost 30. It's time to shut it down. It's time to shut it down. The Brie mode thing was cute. It was funny. But Brie actually didn't even do anything. All she did was drink and dance. I do that crap on a Monday night. It's not that exciting. Nikki was the one that fell off the damn table. Nikki was the one that fell off the damn table. And here's the thing about Total Divas. I'm not hating on the show. I like the show. I also like The Real Housewives. It doesn't mean that I don't want the two to interact. I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't need reality TV stars trying to wrestle. And that's what happened. Watching Nikki Bella... I'm not trying to call her the fat twin. I'm not. I swear to you. Watching Nikki Bella wrestle is like when Snooki was at WrestleMania. It is like a reality star got dropped, boop, into a wrestling match. I don't want the two to meet. It's bad. It's horrible. It's just aggravating. It's just bad. And Nikki Bella, I hate the way she chants. I hate the way she cheers her sister on. Like, I don't watch Total Divas when she's on it because she's just aggravating to me. She drives me insane. And she always did. I never liked the Bella twins, but the thing is, Brie grew on me with the fact that she's wrestling a lot better now. And the fact that Total Divas made me like her a little bit more because I didn't know that she was so earthy and into yoga and into the mixed, juicing and stuff like this. So I like her for that because that show made me like her a little bit more. The fact that she didn't get any plastic surgery, She's just a cool. She seems like I would hang out with Brie Bella. I would. She's cool. I wouldn't hang out with her mountain man ass boyfriend, but I would hang out with her. But anyway, so AJ won. Of course she did. Who else was gonna take that title? Brie Bella can't take it. I'm sorry. Someone's gonna either have to return or someone's gonna have to get a major push. Naomi, maybe. Naomi? Yeah, Naomi. Naomi should totally get. I mean, obviously. I think they're only keeping Nikki Bella around because something's gonna happen with Daniel and John, and then each Bella's gonna have a corner. Hopefully she does a little better than she cheers for her sister. Come on, Brie. Brie, come on. Come on, Brie. Go on, Nikki. Just get away from me, please. So, what's the other match? Oh, the last match, which I'm glad they kept that for last and didn't put John Cena last. They put this match last. Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan. Which, guess what? Both of them are apparently dating Total Divas. Daniel is engaged to Brie, which that's not, them and, what's her face? Naomi and Jay or Jimmy, whichever Uso she's with. Those are the only relationships I actually think are real on Total Divas, honestly. Is those two relationships, because Brie and Daniel been together. I mean, I can't even tell you when they started dating. It's been a really long time though. So, yeah, whatever. So, they saved, and Randy Orton, for those who didn't know, was apparently dating JoJo from Total Divas. Yeah, that's a real relationship. Anyway, so they fought each other, and Shawn Michaels, HBK, who I love, HB Shizzle, was the special guest referee. Why would we put Shawn Michaels in a referee position again? Has he ever done it well? No, he has not. Anybody else remember, was it New Year's Revolution? When there was the Elimination Chamber match and Shawn Michaels was the referee and he super kicked Edge and got Edge's ass eliminated? That pissed me off, Shawn. I don't like when my two favorites fight each other. It pisses me off and it made me very upset. So, it's all this backstory to this match. Let me adjust my camera here, because I just sit on back and take a load off of this for this review. There's all this backstory behind this match. You had the Triple H and Shawn Michaels dynamic. DX. They broke up. Shawn Michaels went to live in the country. Triple H went to live off of Stephanie McMahon. And Shawn Michaels and Daniel Bryan. Okay? Shawn Michaels trained Daniel Bryan, apparently. And Paul London. A lot of people didn't know that. But, yeah. Paul London trained at Shawn Michaels Academy. I think Brian Kendrick might have too. I can't really remember. He was the man with the plan, and I sincerely wish he'd come back to the WWE. But anyway, so... Excuse me, I'm catching a freaking cold. I got, like, mucus in my throat. It's the Nikki. She's stuck in here. And it's, man, disgusting. So... there was that dynamic. I don't know if I'm the only one that remembers the Triple H Randy Orton dynamic of Evolution. There was a lot of different stuff going on in the match. The whole basis behind the corporate versus regular guy who's also a vegan who grows a beard and stars in reality television. There's a thing about you can't be the face of the company. Yes, I can. I'm so talented. Yes, because that's still not old yet. Versus Randy Orton, who is the face of the company because he's been the face of the company for like 50 years, except when he gets suspended or injured, which is kind of a toss-up week by week, and it happens all the time. He's been healthy for a minute and clean. Look at you, Randy. See what happens? See what happens when you don't do drugs and you don't break your leg every 5 minutes and John Cena gets injured? You can be the face of the company, Randy. Look at you. Proud of you. So... that happened. Long story short, I think Randy Orton won and they gave him the title or something. Somebody knocked out Triple H. Sorry, y'all, it's midnight here and I'm getting really tired. But Shawn Michaels, I don't know, something happened with Triple H and Daniel Bryan, and then Shawn Michaels super kicked Daniel Bryan. Why not? I'd super kick Daniel Bryan if I could. I'd super kick that kid today. Randy Orton won the title, of course, whatever. So, that was Hell in a Cell, pretty much. The last match wasn't that great, I don't think. I didn't find it that great. But I can honestly say I've never watched a Randy Orton match and said, man, that was a great match. Maybe SummerSlam 2004, his first title run with the person we shall not name, Chris Benoit. Maybe that match was good. I've never, like I said, I've honestly never walked away from a Randy Orton match and thought that it was a great match. I can't think of a time. I know a lot of people can. I've never been that impressed with Randy Orton. I did enjoy his feud with Edge way back in the Evolution days. I thought when Edge took on Evolution, that's really when I became an Edge head because he was great. He was fantastic. It was a great thing. It was awesome to see them take down Evolution because Evolution was so. Do y'all remember Evolution? Evolution was one badass stable. Triple H, Randy Orton, Batista, Ric Flair. I thought we were gonna have a revolution when Edge. Oh my god, I freaking wish. When Randy Orton got with Triple H again and they became boyfriend and girlfriend again, I thought after that there was going to be a revolution, as I said, like Evolution was gonna get back together and be awesome again, whatever. It didn't happen that way though. It didn't happen that way. But anyway, so whatever, that happened. What else happened? Okay, so let me talk about that match for a little while because there's a lot that I need to say about the story leading up to it. The thing with the Big Show getting fired, whatever. I really don't need the Big Show to be there in the first place, so I was cool with that. That was fine with me. But here's the thing. Triple H is right. I'm sorry. I know it's not popular to say. I know it's not what everyone wants to hear, but and trust me, it hurts me in my soul to say Triple H is right about anything because I hate Triple H so much. I cannot stand that he just throws himself into random matches just because he wants to be on a card. I cannot stand that he has to be involved in everything. I don't like Triple H very much at all. I think he's extremely overrated, and I just don't like him. You know what? People want to give 100 reasons they don't like John Cena. They want to pretend there's actually reasoning behind it. You don't have to reason to not like. You don't have to have a reason to not like anybody. I hate Triple H. I don't need no damn reason. I don't like him. That's it. I could go down a laundry list, but I don't need to prove to you I don't like somebody. I don't like him. I can't stand Triple H. I hate his haircut. I hate his suit. I hate his music, his 2 entrance songs that no one else has but him. I hate the fact that he can go out there and cut a promo and say stuff no one else can say because who's he going to get in trouble with? He's Triple H. I hate him. I just don't like him. I just don't like him. And like I said, I really don't think I have to have a reason. I got in this huge argument with some guy on Facebook over John Cena because the guy, every post he made, he had to mention John Cena. And he was like, I think so-and-so should be champion, not John Cena because he's da-da-da. Leave John Cena out. Every post I make, I don't have to talk about Nikki Bella and Triple H. I don't because I hate them. I can say it once and be done with it. Anyway, so. But he's right. He's so right. You should never have to, when a WWE champion is on TV or WWE or World Heavyweight, either one of the major titles, okay? When they are on the radio, when WWE comes to your town and they do those radio interviews in the morning, you should never have to say, who? Because then they don't need to be champion. And here's the thing. We're talking about Triple H, CM Punk being buried, and that's why he left. And CM Punk left because his ass didn't want to be there. He did not want to be there. He was not there long enough to be buried. Okay, they want stuff too quick now, and that's not how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to, the people who hold major titles are supposed to be the A-list. They're supposed to be the top stars. Now, the WWE screwed that up by giving that title away to all kind of people. Love Alberto Del Rio, didn't need a championship. Jack Swagger's very talented, never needed a major title. Ridiculous. It did not need to happen. I don't care how talented he is. You have not been there long enough to be recognized enough to win that title. Daniel Bryan is great. He's fantastic to the WWE Universe. The WWE Champion is supposed to bring more people into the WWE Universe, not satisfy the ones that are there all the time. Now, here's the thing. Has the WWE screwed up by putting all that on one person? Yeah, they did, and it's not fair. It's not fair to us. It's not fair to him. John Cena can't hold every damn title and do every single appearance. Granted, I think he'd like to. If I was dating Nikki Bella, I would want to get away from her too. But the thing is, even CM Punk was great. He was great for the WWE Universe. If It can't be John Cena. It should be CM Punk. It should. I don't like him that much, but he's recognizable instantly. All the tattoos. He looks like Wolverine. There's a lot of different reasons that he should be the number 2 guy. But the fact is, they've pushed it where John Cena is the number 1 guy. They would do better bringing back a legend and letting him be major champion than Daniel Bryan. Now, I think Randy Orton has that too. But he did like 5 or 6 years ago. I don't know if he has the same thing. Like, when you wake up in the morning, like, that's the best example I could give is a morning show. Like a radio in the morning, or the WWE is in whatever town you're in. For me, it's Lafayette, and they go on the news in the morning, or they go on the news at night to hype Raw. You have to be the guy that people look at and say, you know what, I wasn't planning to go, but I might go now. They're not going to do that with Daniel Bryan. And I'm sorry, but that's just the way of the world. And in a couple years, maybe we'll have that talk, maybe, about Daniel Bryan. But right now, October, now it's the 28th, but October, let's just say October 27th, just for the sake of saying. At this point in time, 12:04 a.m., 12:04 a.m., October 28th, it's not Daniel Bryan. 2013, I'm ready for WrestleMania, clearly. It's not Daniel Bryan. In a couple years, it may be. You know what would have been the best thing if The Rock would have freaking stayed? Of course he can't. He's The Rock. He can't stay more than 5 minutes. It's like if he stays in a WWE ring long enough, it's like lava. Like if he stands there long enough, he's gonna catch on fire. So he has to leave like immediately. He's like, look, a new title. Bye. So, and I get you gotta make movies, but this is another reason people are tired of John Cena. John Cena's the only one that never left. Everyone gets what they need and then they leave. John was like, this is all I need. I'll just stay. I'm fine. Thank you. So that's, you know what? Like I said, John Cena, CM Punk, Randy Orton. That's the top 3 right now. And that's a problem. It is a problem. It's a big issue right now. You know who else is like that? Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio could come back tomorrow. Get a title and be on a morning show. And when they see him, people know who he is. I'm sorry. Maybe we need more time with Daniel. I don't know. But we need time. It can't happen yet. It can't happen yet for Daniel Bryan. And it's not a personal vendetta against Daniel Bryan. It shouldn't be Alberto Del Rio either. It shouldn't be Jack Swagger, Alberto Del Rio. I'm trying to think of another title holder that I was like, that's not gonna work. Alberto Del Rio, Jack Swagger, Daniel Bryan. Who else was a bad one in recent memory that happened that I was like, do we want to do this? I just thought someone, I forgot it already. Dolph Ziggler, remember he had the title for a second? That wasn't smart at all. And the only reason these little passing people, The Miz, my God. No, The Miz is good for talking, but he's not recognizable. But you can send that kid anywhere, and he can do a good job. He can do a good job, but you'll have to. People say who? Are they may know who he is. I don't really know. Sheamus is instantly recognizable just because he's so white. So I don't mind Sheamus because I think kids know who he is well enough. Kids know Daniel Bryan too. Don't get me wrong, but the moms don't. I mean, remember Hulk Hogan like back in the day, and Ric Flair or we could do this too. It could go back to how it used to be. The WWE title was the show and the World Heavyweight Champion was the wrestler. I'd be cool with Daniel Bryan holding that title. I would. He can be World Heavyweight Champion. That's fine. But the WWE title is just that. It's the title of the WWE's top guy. It's not Daniel Bryan. It's just not. Sorry. Sorry, it just is what it is. I mean, But anyway, what else did I need to talk about? Um, Darren Young's gay since the last time I shot a show, which I'm very liberal, so I'm down with anybody being gay. Whoever you want to love is fine. But here's my issue with the fact that Darren Young is gay. I wanted to marry him. Just gonna put that out there. I was in love with Darren Young. So Darren, you broke my heart, buddy. You broke my heart. Sorry. Hope you're happy though. I'm kidding, but not, because I'm happy for Darren Young. I'm sure that was a lot to carry on his heart every day, not being who you are, and in a sport like that. And the way he did it was so hilarious. He was just like, yeah. He's just like, yeah, I'm gay, so and he was like, let's keep it moving. Here's what's funny: when they interviewed John Cena about it, he was like, yeah, my brother's gay. What? It was weird how that happened. I don't know. Oh, and I need. Remember when Randy Orton was chasing Brie Bella and him and Nikki were talking, or him and Brie were talking, and Nikki was standing behind him? Am I the only one who thought that Nikki just looked like she wanted to pounce on Randy Orton? Which he'd have took it, of course. He's Randy Orton. But Brie's talking to him, and Nikki's just like, well, Brie, psh, you better get that girl. You better get her while the getting's good. It was really funny. I just thought that was funny. Trying to think, is there anything else I need to talk about? Sick of hearing about the PG era. Sick of hearing about how John Cena is so bad. Oh yeah, that's something I needed. Another thing I need to say about the John Cena is so bad thing. We had a break from him for a couple months. So here's the thing. I didn't want to hear about him at all during the break. Okay? I don't want to hear about it. But the people that don't like him, not even the people that do like him, the people that dislike him talked about him so much during the break. I didn't get my break. It's aggravating. If you want a break from John Cena, take a break from John Cena. I wanted a break from him, and I didn't get it. I didn't get it because y'all wouldn't shut the hell up about him. Let him and his arm go. Let it go. Let it go. It's gone. But now WrestleMania 30 is approaching, and by that time, I think all the titles are going to change hands, or stars are going to be super duper built. Like, I think Cody Rhodes and Goldust are about to be in for a huge ride. Like, the way that they kept that storyline going was amazing, and I'm really happy for them, and I think this is going to go. I really wanted the Shield to be tag team champions for a longer time, but you know what? They'll get the titles back. They're freaking awesome. Same thing with Dean Ambrose. The Shield is, their Shield is gonna. I'm not that concerned with the Shield, and the Usos, y'all will get another title shot when Total Divas premieres, I'm sure. I need to have Naomi compete in title matches. If we're gonna be giving Divas titles to Total Divas, Naomi's a Total Diva. Give it to her. She's a fantastic ass wrestler. She's so good. She's so good. Trying to see if there's anything else I need to mention. I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of tweets and comments and emails and messages and Facebook stuff about this episode. So if you need me, tweet me at Marty05 for me, at MartiMania for the show. Facebook me, message me, leave a comment right down there. Feel free. Say what you gotta say. If you think I'm a bitch, if you don't like my haircut, do what you gotta do. Say what you gotta say. Knock yourself out. And I guess I'll see y'all next time. And until next time, try not to tap out. Thanks for watching. Miss y'all. See y'all next week. Hopefully next month.